welcome back to the Cunningham Homeschool Classroom. And today I am bringing you what my kids are getting as their Christmas gifts. This has always been one of my most popular videos, so I thought I would bring you along to show you what we are getting. As always, this is not about bragging or anything like that. This is just for people who want ideas. And I will mention that we are not very minimalistic when it comes to Christmas. We do tend to splurge a little bit for Christmas. There are always two things that I keep in mind when I'm buying Christmas presents for the kiddos. Number one, is it something that is going to keep them entertained for winter? We live in Iowa. It's cold. My kids cannot go outside to play in the wintertime, so I have to find things to keep them entertained throughout the winter. And number two, is it something that I can use in the homeschool classroom as well? I am a homeschooling mom. I have two boys. 7 is my oldest and 3 is my youngest. And then we've got Hazel here. Yes, she's my girl. You probably have seen her in other videos. And then I do have another cat, but she is more of the outdoor. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in. And there is a hot mess going on back here. It's like, these are not all of the gifts that are my kids. These are gifts for like everyone in the family. I am in the office. This is where we keep all of the gifts, and I do keep the kids' gifts in here and my husband's office. But because we keep everybody's, like all of our family members' gifts in here, they never really come in here because they just think that it's gifts for like the family. So they never really come in here to look to see if there's any gifts in here for them. So we really have no problem keeping the gifts in here since everyone's gift is in here. My kids don't really put 2 and 2 together quite yet. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start with the gifts that are on the way. I wanted to get this video up because I know we're getting down to Christmas here. So I wanted to make sure for those of you that were looking for gifts ideas. So I have some stuff ordered and it has not arrived yet. So the first thing, we're going to start off with my 3-year-old boy. The first thing that I have ordered but has not arrived yet is a cash register. He loves to play with cash registers, and I thought it would be a good way to incorporate into homeschool as well. So that is on the way. I did get that from Amazon. However, I didn't do the 2-day shipping. I don't necessarily need it here in 2 days. I'm okay with waiting a little bit longer and getting, credit if I wait a little bit longer. So that's why it's not here yet. But yes, it is a cash register for my youngest. And then I think, let me get my phone here. Let me see what's all supposed to be on the way. I think that's the only thing for him that is on the way. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I probably should have been more prepared, but that's me, not prepared. Okay, so here's confirmation for the order that I just placed yesterday. Yep, so it looks like that's the only thing that I am waiting on for my youngest. So everything else I do already have here. So the next thing that my little one is going to get is this magic writer. I bought this off of Menards when they were having a Black Friday sale. I think this was only $4 at Menards. So I went ahead and picked it up. I figured this would be really neat for him to play with, but also to start teaching him how to write and spell for homeschool. Next thing that he is getting is I bought him a pair of little boots, and so this is what they look like. So he's gonna get some little boots there, and I did order these off of Temu. So I know there is a love-hate relationship with Temu, but please don't come for me. It works for us, so I order from it. And I think these were, I think about like $6-7. But honestly though, for $6-7, I am very pleased with them. Like these look like they're heavy duty. Like, so he's gonna get some new boots. Next thing he is going to get is some headphones. I picked these up at Five Below. It does say $5 on here, but these were actually on clearance at Five Below. So I think they were like 50% off. So they were like $2.50. So I just went ahead and picked him up some headphones. Next thing is, sorry, I got like gifts everywhere, so I'm like having to reach. But next thing is this robo police car. So it's like a car, but then while it's like running, it shifts into like a transformer looking thing. So went ahead and picked him up that. Just break this over. Next is I picked him up Paw Patrol sleeping, what is it? Sleeping bag. I was gonna say sleeping blanket, but I knew there was a proper term. Sleeping bag. I picked this up over the summer when Walmart had things on sale, on clearance. This was one of the items that was on clearance, and so my youngest loves Paw Patrol, so I thought this would be kind of neat for him. So next is this Crayola Play-Doh, or I guess it's just, I guess they just call it shimmer dough. I would assume Play-Doh is probably trademarked or something, so they just call it dough. But I picked this up from Sam's Club. And to go along with this for him is, where did I? Oh, it's right over here. Let me get it here. So we are a thrifting family. So I have picked up some gifts from thrift stores. And to go along with that dough, I found this at Stuff Etc. It was originally $5.49, but it had a date of 80% off. So it was like $1, like $1 something. But basically what it is, it's just like a Play-Doh conveyor belt. You put the Play-Doh on here, and then once I get batteries in it, the Play-Doh just rolls, and it's like, there's like a stamper right here that you can like stamp the Play-Doh, and then it falls off. So I figured this would be kind of neat to go with that dough. Next thing is, I don't know, I don't think so. I think I picked this up over the summer, is this SpongeBob sweatshirt. But yeah, so it is just a SpongeBob sweatshirt. Next is my husband picked this up. It is called an intelligent aircraft, and it's just like some ball that floats on your hand and it moves with your hand or something like that. I'm not really sure where my husband got this from, but yeah, so that's another gift. Next is this Paw Patrol coloring table. And this is perfect for the homeschool classroom. When I am teaching my oldest, my little one can just sit at his coloring table and just color Paw Patrol. My little one really loves Paw Patrol. I'm not sure if I've mentioned that before or not in other videos, but he is really into Paw Patrol. So, and this was $10 at Menards. There's so many things everywhere. I don't even know where to set anything. Oh, Mom calling. Hello? Okay, off the phone. Okay, next is picked him up a watch with a little flashlight. So my little one really loves wearing my oldest son watch. So I just figured I'd pick him up his own, and these were on sale on Black Friday at Menards for only $5. So next this is such a random gift, but it was only 30 cents at Menards. And my kids love marshmallows, so I figured I would go ahead and get each of them their own like marshmallow sticks. They're just long sticks that you just put marshmallows on the end of them, and then you have a fire with them. Very like random, I guess you can say, item, but honestly, for 30 cents, you can't go wrong with 30 cents. I just figured I would stand them up next to their gifts that I'm about to show you here in a little bit that are not going to be wrapped. They're just going to be standing up next to the Christmas tree. I figured I would just add this. So some marshmallow sticks. Next is some big items that are just going to be standing up next to the Christmas tree. And the first one is a snow shovel. Picked this up at Target for $7, I want to say. So the boys are going to be getting kids' snow shovels. And the next thing that both of the boys are going to be getting is an umbrella. And I picked them up both the same umbrella. But yeah, I just figured I'm sure both of the boys would really, really like an umbrella. An umbrella, I know, is kind of just like a random thing, especially in the winter time. So I would say this, if you need some ideas for Easter, I would say an umbrella would be a great Easter gift basket idea. One of the last things that I got my youngest is also at Menards on Black Friday. They had this 24 set of the Picasso tiles. And I picked him up 2 of those. They were $4 on sale at Menards during Black Friday. So I went ahead and picked him up 2. So he's got, so there's a total of 24. So he would have 48 tiles in total to kind of work with. Now, the reason why I picked these up is because it goes with one of the gifts that my oldest son is going to get, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But so I went ahead and picked these up for my youngest to go with the gifts for my oldest. A lot of the gifts that I got for the boys, both of the boys are going to end up sharing it. I feel like you're kind of far away. Both of the boys are going to end up sharing it anyway, so it may seem maybe one got more than the other, and that may be the case, but they're both going to end up playing together anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I did forget to mention that back in October/November, we ended up going to Puerto Rico, and we were there for a while. We were there for long term. Ooh, I'm sorry. So we ended up getting the kids big Christmas gift early back then so they could take it with them to Puerto Rico, and it was a Nintendo Switch. And we got like the family one, the one where both of them could play like on the screen. We got it because since we were going to be in Puerto Rico for long term, we didn't want the kids to be bored when we were there, because we were there kind of for a vacation, but we were also there for business. So when my husband was going to be out doing business stuff, I didn't want the kids to be bored at home or at the Airbnb, I should say. So we ended up, we thought that it would be a good idea to pick up a Nintendo Switch that they would be able to play with for a little bit while we stayed behind. And my husband went and did what he had to do. So they did get a big, their big gift was a Nintendo Switch. And I guess now that I'm on that topic, I did forget to mention that we are going to be picking up both of the boys' Nintendo Switch games. We just haven't quite decided on which ones. We are doing our research on the video games before we purchase them. So we haven't decided which video games we're going to get them, but we will be getting them each their own Switch game. So now we are going to go into my 7-year-old's gifts, what he is getting. So I guess the first thing I can show you is he is also going to be getting an umbrella and a shovel. That's his gifts. Next is we picked up this magic magician 150 tricks thing. Look at that. It's a little, I never realized that. Oh my gosh, how cute. Reminds me of Thumper. But anyways, okay, so we picked this up for him. If I'm being 100% honest, this is probably something that he's going to play for a short period of time, and then he's not going to play with it anymore. For the price that we paid, though, that's okay. I'm okay with that. It was a Black Friday sale for $5, I want to say. So I figured if it keeps him entertained for a week, 2 weeks, $5 is worth it. And I figured, if anything, some of the things that it comes with, I'm sure the kids can find other uses for some of those accessories. So he's getting a Magic Magician set. Next, this is definitely a gift that both of the boys are going to be playing with, because both of my boys really love kinetic sand. Now, this is not kinetic sand, but it is a sand table. So there's the table, and then it comes with sand, and then it comes with the mold. And this was also a Black Friday sale at Menards for $10. Running out of room. Next is my husband picked this up for him. I want to say it was also on Temu, and this is like the smallest thing ever. And honestly, this could even be like a stocking stuffer if you wanted like an idea for a stocking stuffer, because it is pretty small. But it's one of those trick boxes where, like, have you seen those like cockroach bubble gums or like things like that? So look, it's got my cat's attention. But anyways, yeah, I know my oldest is gonna have so much fun with this, tricking people. He really likes tricking people. So that's why my husband picked this up, and it was probably Temu, honestly. Looking from the packaging, it was probably Temu that he picked it up from. You guys, I'm sorry, this video is so long, but bear with me. Next is Liam's SpongeBob sweatshirt. This is a different sweatshirt. They didn't have the size for Liam in the other sweatshirt, but they had this size. So this is a different one. So there's his SpongeBob sweatshirts. Next, this is still up for debate. Who's gonna get this one? I thought Liam might enjoy it, but I could see my youngest really enjoying it too. But for now, I'll put it in the pile of my oldest. But it's just what's that crocodile dentist game that you see in the stores? Well, we got the Temu version. So it's the crocodile, and what you do is you like open its mouth, and then you have to like one by one like take turns, and then like eventually one of the teeth is going to be the one that triggers the mouth to shut, and it'll be a different one every time, but yeah, that time. But yeah, so one of them is gonna get this one. All right. Next for my oldest is a voice changer. My son really likes making different voice sounds, so we thought it would be a neat idea to get him a voice changer, and I just went ahead and picked this up off of Amazon. Okay, let me move some of these other gifts out of the way. These are gifts for other people. Next one, so to go with the Picasso tiles that I got my youngest, I picked up for my oldest that extra large Picasso tiles. So that's why I picked those up, because these are just basically what you would call the stabilizers to be able to build on top of them. Eventually those two would probably get together and just build something together using all of the Picasso tiles. So there's that. Next is this Guess Who game. This is, if you don't know, we actually do have a whole gaming shelf in the homeschool classroom, and every other Friday, instead of doing school, what we do is we do a Bible lesson, and then after the Bible lesson, we pick a board game to play for school. And so we did not have Guess Who, so I decided to pick up this Guess Who for him. I can't. Okay. This was, I will say, for me personally, this was a little pricey, because it is something that is like probably going to be a one-time use. I know that both of the boys are probably really gonna love this, that they're gonna want to do it immediately. And once it's done, like, you can't use it anymore. But it's Christmas, so I figured, why not? It is this magic water elf. So basically what it is like, okay, I will probably put a picture up somewhere of what it is. Basically what it is you get like little liquid bottles, and then you get molds, and you put the liquid into the molds. You then dip those molds into a special kind of water, and everything, it comes with everything that you need in here. You dip it into this special kind of water that then turns the molds into jelly that then the kids can take out of the water and play with them. But I saw an ad for another like business that was advertising for this, but they were advertising it for like $40, and that was on sale. And so I'm like, okay, I cannot justify paying $40 for a gift that is going to be used one time. So I went on Amazon and I found another version of what they sell, still like $25, I think. But it was really hard for me to check out on this one thing, because like I said, it is something that you can only use once unless you continue to buy like the liquids for it, which I'm sure you can. But not only will you have to buy the liquids, you'll also have to keep buying the packets of what you put into the water to turn it into this like special water. But anyway, so yeah, that was such a long mom again, probably. Hello. Next is this Where's Waldo book. I went ahead and picked him up this version, but my parents also went ahead and picked him up other versions of Where's Waldo. And we use these Where's Waldo for homeschool. and my son loves them. He loves trying to find Waldo. So we only have one so far. One Where's Waldo in our homeschool room. So that's why I thought it would be a neat idea to pick him up another one. And I got this one off of Amazon for like $6. And I think also the other version that my parents are getting them were also right around like the $6 range on Amazon. So Where's Waldo? My cat's not happy with me right now.
Sorry, baby girl. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Hazel.
Okay. And then I picked this up from Lakeshore. I picked it up a few months ago, so I've had it for a while. And it's this drill kit. And I think maybe this might be too easy for my oldest, so I might give this to my youngest. I'm not sure. I guess I'll kind of decide once we get there, but this is another gift also that I picked up. Next is my oldest. A few months ago, probably more like a couple months ago, asked me for some cowboy boots. And so I went ahead and picked him up some cowboy boots. He's also going to be getting a case for his Nintendo Switch. I'm hoping I picked up, is there different cases for like different models? Like, I don't know. I guess if this is not the right case, I'll return it. But yeah, he's gonna get a case for his Switch. And I think that may be all that he's getting that's here. So what the other things that he's getting that have not arrived yet is, let's see here. I'm gonna go back to my email. Okay, here we go. Okay, so he is going to be getting a pair of tennis shoes, and I will post a picture of all of this that is on the way. And I also picked him up a weather radio. My son loves anything tornado related, and he has a weather radio, but it's kind of like an old one. It was one that we found at a yard sale, I think. So the battery keeps falling out of it, but in the summertime, my son takes this thing everywhere with him. So I thought it would be a good idea to pick him up another weather radio, and this one actually has like a flashlight attached to it and things like that. So he's also going to be getting a weather radio. And then, yeah, and then just the last thing that he is going to be getting is whatever Nintendo Switch game we decide to pick them up. So yeah, that is all that my kids are going to be getting for Christmas. This is such a long video. I am sorry about that. But yeah, I hope you guys got some ideas. That was really the purpose of this video. And then be on the lookout, because I will be doing what's in my husband's stocking, and then what my husband's getting for Christmas, in case you need ideas for the men in your life. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video.